Lose-lose situation now. What came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose.
What Floyd trying to do? Gervonta Davis talking about Floyd trying to make him leave his old train.
Chaos erupted at an airport when Gervonta Davis reportedly confronted Floyd Mayweather, who was surrounded by his wife and security team. Floyd appeared stunned by the unexpected encounter. Tension quickly spread as both camps stood their ground, drawing the attention of stunned onlookers who witnessed the heated moment unfold without warning.
Come on in. I know. Everything. Everything he said. All that bullshit.
Yeah.
Rumors that Floyd Mayweather is helping train Gervonta Davis's upcoming opponent, Lamont Roach, have sparked serious controversy within the boxing community. For Davis, this bout is more than just another fight, it's personal. The idea that the man who once mentored him could now be in his rival's corner feels like a betrayal. Even if unconfirmed, the reports have added emotional weight to an already high-stakes matchup.
He almost hit you. I know what y'all gonna know. I go that way for a reason. I wish you recorded. I wish you recorded.
Mayweather's actions over the years have led many to question his true intentions regarding Davis's career. While he's publicly praised Davis and wished him success, his behavior has often sent mixed signals. One of the most controversial moments came when Floyd allegedly shared insights into Davis's fighting style with rival Frank Martin. Considering Mayweather's deep knowledge of Davis's strengths and habits, offering that information to an opponent feels like a blatant contradiction to his supposed support. It now seems Floyd's mentorship may have come with hidden agendas.
Young fighters, he loves to embrace guys, so what was being around talking to Floyd? Like, what has Floyd taught you about fighting, and has it made you a better fighter? Because he could tell me all day to do that shit he does. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, cause 9 times out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go give yourself a mental edge, you know, like, cause you know you out there working every night at 2 in the morning running. That's a lot of the times your opponent sleep. You know, it could be little things that'll take you to the next level. You know, that Floyd, a person like Floyd, like if he tell you that, you gonna take a lot of heave to it, and it's gonna give you a different type of motivation when you doing it. He could show you something, you know, and it could be the same thing. You know, you might not be able to do it like him, but just it coming from him, it'll give you like a different type of like feel about yourself.
Hold up, limitless, biggest to me, pinning it.
The emotional toll on Davis was impossible to ignore. He had placed immense trust in Mayweather, not just as a promoter, but as a mentor and guiding figure. Realizing that Floyd might now be working against him left Davis feeling betrayed and isolated. This wasn't just a professional setback, it was a personal wound. The man who once helped shape his career now appeared to be tearing it down.
You know, he the one told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock, I mean 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't gonna be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me, you know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
Mayweather recently grabbed headlines again after teasing a new documentary project claiming it would reveal explosive behind-the-scenes moments, including private issues involving Davis. Floyd hinted that the footage would expose secrets never before seen by the public. Many see this as the final blow in their already fractured relationship. Rather than resolving things in private, Mayweather seems set on taking their conflict to the public stage, a clear sign that, for him, the relationship is not just damaged but finished.
My documentary that's coming out, you guys gonna see 26 years of behind the scenes footage that you guys have never seen.
Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime coach and mentor, didn't hold back when asked about Mayweather's alleged support for Frank Martin. He expressed deep disappointment, suggesting such actions reveal someone's true character. Ford, who has been with Davis from the beginning, believes the betrayal hasn't only impacted Davis, it's shaken the entire team. This cut wasn't personal to Davis alone. It reverberated through his whole camp.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we see what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
In a bold and unexpected move, Davis decided to speak openly about his earnings, something that was tightly controlled during his time under Mayweather Promotions. By sharing the truth about his financial situation back then, Davis sent a powerful message. He's no longer willing to stay silent. He revealed that he felt financially exploited during that period, marking a pivotal moment in his journey toward independence and transparency.
I was in a lose-lose situation. Now, what came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
It was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose, but he thought I was.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game, letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time? After I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight, like why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine. But it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it.
Davis has become increasingly vocal about the growing distance between himself and Floyd. He's made it clear that behind closed doors, Mayweather's actions often didn't match his public image. Davis believes his drive to surpass Floyd's legacy may have sparked jealousy or resentment. The idea that his mentor might now feel threatened by his rise is painful. But Davis sees that as a key reason behind Mayweather's decision to support his opponents.
People don't know that what Floyd do. A lot of people don't know what Floyd. Everything that Floyd said right there, the Chrome Heart bed, the Maybach, the lawyer shit, that was all in my post.
You posted that. You posted that. Oh wow.
Chrome bag.
Right.
Lawyer shit. Maybach.
Oh.
He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like.
He was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd. Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of his
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn.
Critics have long suggested that Davis's fights were carefully selected to avoid the most dangerous opponents. Some believe Mayweather played a major role in orchestrating this, helping protect Davis's undefeated record. While Davis's talent is unquestionable, facing top-tier competition is what will ultimately define his legacy. The concern remains that strategic matchmaking may have hindered his true potential.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is one of the most overrated fighters in the sport of boxing right now, and not because of his skills, but because of his resume, and resume does matter. In my opinion, he's a victim of what I call Terrence Crawford syndrome, where you have a really bad promoter who only wants you to fight in promotion fighters who you know that they can 100% beat. If Tank Davis wants to be great, he's going to have to fight one of the other champions in the two divisions that he fights in, 135 pounds and 140 pounds. I'm going to list off all the champions in those divisions and tell you if I think he can beat them or not. So first we got the only other full champion in 135 pounds, Shakur Stevenson. If they fought, I think Tank has a good chance of maybe knocking him out in the later rounds, but if I had to bet my house on it, I would say Shakur Stevenson would beat him in a close decision, and it would end up probably being a boring fight. But I think Shakur has the skills to beat Tank Davis over a long 12-round fight. Now we have Subriel Matias, who's a scary Terminator-like fighter who gives up the early rounds to come on later and drown you in those later rounds, but he's very stiff and he doesn't have very good footwork at all. I think Tank Davis will probably, box his face off for most of the 12 rounds. There might be some trouble in the late rounds, but if Tank can stay out of trouble, I think this is one of the few champions that he would beat, but I don't think he would fight him. Now we have Pitbull Cruz, who Tank already beat by a close decision, and Tank beat him with a broken hand.
From the start, Mayweather positioned himself as a mentor and promoter for rising stars, and his early involvement in Davis's career reflected that. He provided guidance, visibility, and promotional strength that rapidly elevated Davis's profile. For years, their bond appeared unbreakable, with Floyd taking pride in Davis's success. But over time, that dynamic shifted. Davis began seeking independence and a legacy of his own.
Do you will come back to boxing?
Oh no. I'm not coming back to the sport of boxing. The sport of boxing was good to me. I was able to make a lot of smart investments on the outside, and I just want to help. Like I said, the fighters that's up and coming. Like I was talking about, like Gervonta "Tank" Davis. I don't understand why he's not in the top 10 pound for pound. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Benavidez. The list goes on. There's so many tough fighters out there. So many great young champions out there that I'm proud of.
Even at the height of their partnership, Davis sometimes felt overshadowed by Mayweather's dominant presence. Floyd often remained in the spotlight, sometimes eclipsing Davis's achievements. Davis craved autonomy, the power to make decisions, choose opponents, and control his own career. Leonard Ellerby later confirmed that Davis wasn't bound by contract, reinforcing that his independence was not only possible but necessary. It was time for him to move from protege to leader.
Like some confusion, is Tank a Mayweather Promotions fighter still? Is he not? What is his his involvement with Mayweather Promotions, or is it just all still PBC, Al Heyman?
Yeah, Tank is not signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's not signed to Mayweather Promotions. His contract ran out,
yeah,
and that's fine.
Still
But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Yeah.
The tension between Floyd and Davis has grown more visible over recent months. Though Davis avoids direct insults, his tone and carefully chosen words make it clear that he no longer sees Mayweather the same way. What began as subtle distancing has now become a clear divide, as both men carve out separate futures without the once unbreakable bond that used to tie them together.
he didn't know how good I was and how I would like handle the situation. So he just threw me out there. Type shit.
Why do you think
He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense.
That's crazy.
He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You was next in line. He saw you next in line.
Is there like
And last question, guys. Gotta wrap
is there
up.
like a love-hate for Floyd? Like, you
Yeah,
love the fighter?
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Despite all the drama, Davis continues to show respect for Mayweather's achievements. He's never discredited Floyd's legacy, and he's even said he has no intention of ever challenging him in the ring. That level of humility speaks volumes about their past. Davis still admires what Floyd accomplished, but he no longer wants to live in his shadow. Their relationship may be broken, but the respect hasn't completely vanished.
You fight Floyd in his prime. Like if you were to fight Floyd, like in
Don't
his prime,
fight him.
if you guys were both in the
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like I feel as though my skills. I feel like my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing glove.
You're crazy to watch.
Davis has also opened up more about what went on behind the scenes during his time with Mayweather Promotions. He spoke candidly about decisions that felt orchestrated and how he sometimes felt used for promotion rather than supported. While he doesn't deny the opportunities Mayweather gave him, he's now laser-focused on writing his own story. He acknowledges the past, but makes it clear he's moving forward.
Floyd, I was doing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't follow him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
Mayweather continues to remind the world of his influence on Davis's career. While some of those claims hold truth, they've also caused tension. Davis wants to be seen not just as a product of Mayweather's mentorship, but as a self-made champion. Floyd's continued public narrative has, at times, made Davis feel like a supporting character in his own success story.
Tank Davis, he was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket.